The enemies in Super Mario Bros. 2 are a shifty bunch, but how's their credit score? Surely they will have to pay the bills on time to increase their score to buy cars, right? Maybe not. They are supposed to be villains after all. Here's the credit score ratings I give every single enemy in Super Mario Bros. 2 based on their appearance and personality. The first one's Albatos. Albatos needs to be a hard worker as it constantly has to carry heavy bombs high into the sky and repeatedly drop them on the field and reload. It seems responsible in its field of work, so I would say its credit score will be somewhere around the 700 mark, which is considered good. Next up are Autobombs. Autobombs are cannons on wheels that not only have a responsibility to shoot at projectiles, but they have to work tirelessly as a means of transportation for Shy Guys who use them as their personal cars. Such hard work and determination to serve the masters says a lot about them. I say the credit score will be around 720, solely because they have more jobs to do and seem more capable of handling the task at hand. Next are Bezos. Bezos often travel in groups and are tirelessly seeking out their enemies on the field and swoop downwards to strike. They seem to swarm and will not stop until they are satisfied with their work. This says a lot about their work ethics, and therefore I would say the credit score is 740, because they seem to be the type to pay their bills on time responsibly to avoid late fees. Next are Bob-ombs. Bob-ombs are thankless footmen who are considered disposable in the eyes of many, and seem to be hot-headed when they're put under pressure. Seeing as they're very likely to crash out under stress, they will seem to be too overwhelmed to get work done. I say the score is 649 because of how unpredictable they can be at times as they forget to pay on time. Next are Cobrats. Cobrats dwell inside giant jars and spit bullets at incoming enemies. I assume these in particular camp inside jars 24/7 and don't have an interest in diversifying the credit mix and such. I would say the score is 560. Next are Flurries. These frantic oddballs seem to rush about everywhere they go while clumsily tripping over people strolling by. They will seem like the type to open multiple accounts and forget to pay off their loans, which can greatly deteriorate the score. I say the score is 500. Next up are Hoopsters. They're giant bugs that cling onto vines waiting for enemies to approach them. Much like Cobrats, they don't seem all that interested in building the score up, as they live their own little bug lives. I say the score will be 0 considering they never open an account to begin with, as they don't really care about that. Next are Ninjas. Ninjas are crafty, cute ninjas in training that work diligently to surpass Mario in terms of athletics. Ninjas seem to take the work seriously and are disciplined. Surely they will maintain a responsibly high score. I'd say 760 and will work hard to increase it over time. Next up is Ostro. Another giant bird who is used as a main mode of transportation by the Shy Guys. Unlike Albatos though, Ostro only has one job but seems to be pretty decent at it. I say his score is 680. Next are Panzers. Panzers are deadly flowers that spit out fireballs at any unsuspecting fool. Such rude and irresponsible behavior says a lot about them as an individual. Therefore, I say their score will be on the low side, approximately 410. Next up are Phantos. These floating deviants are constantly in pursuit of those who have stolen their precious keys. They're constantly on the move and will never stop until they retrieve their key. Such tenacity says a lot about them as a responsible individual, and I say their score is 710 because of how determined they are to get work done. Next are Pigeons. These flightless birds dream of soaring in the skies, so they probably took a loan out to purchase these flying carpets, but they seem to be the type to forget to pay on time and gather interest over time. I say their score is around 629. Next are Pokies. These sentient cactuses live to prick their prey. Seeing as they always have a dopey expression on their faces, they give off the impression of slackers who procrastinate and delay their work until the very last second. I say the score is 350. Next are Porcupos. These pesky prickly pests do nothing but pace back and forth waiting for enemies to approach them, knowing that they can't be picked up and thrive on this fact. I say the score is 630. Next up are Shy Guys. These bashful creatures come in a variety of forms and are always seem to work in many odd jobs to serve Bowser and Wart. They're probably one of the hardest working minions ever due to their loyalty to their bosses. I say his score is a whopping 800 because Shy Guy seems like the type to pay his loans off early and ensure everything is in order. Next up are Snippets. They're just like Shy Guys except they equip a weaponized mask, allowing them to spit out bullets. They also seem to be just as hardworking as Shy Guys and probably share the same score, which is 800. Next up are Sparks. Sparks are electrifying orbs that emanate pulses of energy and pace around the walls and ceiling. They seem like the type to do things quickly and efficiently. I say their score is 630. Next are Trouters. Trouters constantly swim up the waterfalls repeatedly, which seems like a difficult task. They seem to do this for eternity and have no time for other things in life. I say the score is 631. The last one is Tweeter. Strange masked birds that seem to be incapable of flying. They seem like the shady type who sells illegal substances on the down low and steals things to sell on the black market. I say the score is 350.